Liberal Viewer present.
So no vice presidential choice is perfect, and Senator Joe Biden not only has the baggage of some previous comments that don't fit the message of the Obama campaign, but also being the fourth most senior member of the U.S. Senate, Biden doesn't quite fit with Barack Obama's message of change, which probably explains the first thing Obama said after announcing Biden's name that you can see here.
That man is Joe Biden. Yeah, Joe Biden is that rare mix. For decades, he's brought change to Washington, but Washington hasn't changed him.
Honestly, though, Obama is so far ahead on the issue of change in this election, I don't think he has to worry too much about an experienced senator tarnishing his brand. But Biden's previous comments critical of Obama and praising McCain may have more bite, which probably explains the first thing Biden said after Obama introduced him that you can see here.
President Lincoln once instructed us to be sure to put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Today in Springfield, I know my feet are in the right place. And I'm proud to stand firm with the next President of the United States of America, Barack Obama.
Now, a quote from Abraham Lincoln can only get Biden so far, even at the old Illinois state capitol. So Biden had to explain exactly what he's seen during the last 18 months to make him so sure his feet are in the right place now, standing with Barack Obama. And that's just what you can see Biden explain a few minutes later in this excerpt.
Presidential campaigns are crucibles in which you're tested and challenged every single day. And over the past 18 months, I've watched Barack meet those challenges with judgment, intelligence, and steel in his spine. I've watched as he's inspired millions of Americans to this new cause. And during those 18 months, I must tell you frankly, I've been disappointed in my friend John McCain, who gave in to the right wing of his party and yielded to the very swift-boat politics that he once so deplored. And folks, campaigns for president are a test of character and leadership. And in this campaign, one candidate has passed that test.
And in fact, picking a vice president is part of the test of character that presidential candidates must pass, and by picking Biden, Obama showed he cares more about finding someone who will help him govern rather than finding someone who would help him politically in a swing state. Obama looked for the best choice for the country rather than looking at what would help him win the election, as Karl Rove explained in this inaccurate August 10th prediction on Face the Nation that you can see here.
I said that I thought he probably would pick a red state Democrat because I think he's going to make an intensely political choice, not a governing choice. He's going to view this through the prism of a candidate, not through the prism of president. That is to say, he's going to pick somebody that he thinks will, on the margin, help him in a state like Indiana or Missouri or Virginia. He's not going to be thinking big and broad about the responsibilities as president.
So Rove was wrong, as he has been about so many things, and he was particularly wrong to assume here that Obama would follow the Karl Rove playbook of making decisions based on politics rather than what is good for the country. In fact, I think Joe Biden was closer to the mark when he contrasted Obama's generally positive campaign of pragmatic centrism with McCain's lurch to the right and emphasis on the negative. But I want to know what you think. Do you agree with Biden that this campaign has been a crucible of character in which Obama has been mainly positive and centrist, while McCain has pandered to the right and emphasized the negative? And on the topic of the vice presidential selection specifically, do you think Obama's selection of a senior, experienced senator who will give him candid advice to help him govern is a positive choice outweighing any baggage Biden might bring?
YouTube, you decide.